It's a Manchu. Welcome back to Minecraft Bedrock vs. Java, where I play through both versions of the game and compare the two. Here I am in my Bedrock world, and it's been a while since I made the kind of automated dispenser system to trade, to barter gold with piglins. But today I want to make a gold farm so that I have plenty of gold to do that bartering with. And I'm going to make one in both versions of Minecraft, but they're very different. The one for Bedrock Edition is pretty big and extensive. I don't think I'm going to have time to get to the Java Edition one as well today. Probably just focus on the Bedrock Edition version. But I think I'm going to build it where the General Mob Farm and the Iron Farm is, and so it's in the same area. And hopefully I don't have issues with lagging, because this farm design can cause lag. It could cause that problem. But I have the materials that I need for it here. And I'm hoping I didn't forget anything. This is the bulk of what I need. I do need a bunch of obsidian and blaze rods for fuel for the blast furnaces. This is probably way more obsidian than I need. But I went to the end and dug up one of those obsidian pillars. I forget what the official name is. If they're called pillars or towers, I can't remember. But in addition to that, I have a couple shulker boxes of red wool, just for building block. All right, let me head back to the farms over here and get started building this thing. Okay, I'm going to start with the base of the farm. It's actually the trickiest part. It involves item sorters. What this farm is going to do is it's going to generate many Ziglins. And I'm going to kill those Ziglins in a Trident Killer. And then those Ziglins are going to drop rotten flesh, gold nuggets, a few gold ingots, and many golden swords. The golden swords I need to smelt, and I want to separate out the rotten flesh, the gold nuggets, and the gold ingots. So I need an item sorter to handle that, and I also need a smelter system to smelt all the gold swords. That's what I needed all those blaze rods for. Okay, I think after much trial and error, I have this sorter figured out. This is going to be the tail end of things. I'm going to have a series of hoppers here that are going to sort out the rotten flesh, the golden ingots, and the golden nuggets. And then this last hopper here, everything that's not one of those items is going to go through here. If there's nothing in this particular hopper, if it's a stackable item, then this comparator is not going to put up enough power to turn off that redstone torch and turn off power to that block. And that block is powering the hopper underneath here, which would draw items out of that hopper above. So unstackable items pass right through. Stackable items will turn power to that hopper off underneath it, and it'll pull the items out of there and into that hopper, which then feeds into the chest, which feeds into the furnaces. So if I put into here a bunch of stackable items along with a couple unstackable items, all the stackable items will come through and end up in the overflow chest, because I'm not sorting anything yet. And the unstackable items, it's hard to work my way around here. The unstackable items will end up, I'll have one item stuck in the hopper, and the rest passes through, through these hoppers and probably end up in one of the blast furnaces. Yeah. All right. It looks like that is functioning now. Give me that redstone back. Now I have to make sorters for all of the other items that'll link up to these hoppers. Okay. The whole sorter system is done. I don't really want to get into a lot of detail about how this works. there's plenty of tutorials online about it, and it is the same for Java Edition or Bedrock Edition. It should work the same between both versions. I just have these hoppers with whatever item I want to sort, and then some filler items with some subliminal message stenciled onto them so that they are unique and nothing else will come in of that type. And so over here I'm sorting golden ingots into this chest. All the gold nuggets go in this chest. And whoops, all the rotten flesh goes into this chest. You can see I have 3 chests deep for the rotten flesh, as I expect a lot of that. And 2 chests deep for their... I'm probably not going to get actually that much golden ingots, but we'll see if I need to add extra for the gold nuggets. I don't think I will. Okay, the sorter system is done. That's the hard part. Now, I need to make a Trident Killer. Also, was I need to facing east or south? That's west, so I believe that's east, right? I can face this direction. Different types of trapdoors here. It's just whatever I had on hand. Throw in 4 tridents with impaling on them, 2 in each spot. Hopefully I got that close enough to the edge. It's got to be close to the edge. Looks like those are lined up right. Hoping that works right. Right, so I need this channel to be 25 blocks long, not counting that outer wall. I just wonder if I should use packed ice here instead of these blocks, because it's going to be tougher, I think, for the mobs that drop into the chute to resist the current. Alright, if I counted this correctly, then from this wall to that wall, including the wall, should be 27 blocks. So the channel itself, not counting the outer walls, is 25 blocks long. And there's 5 blocks on that 5 blocks on that tier, then 5 blocks, then 5 blocks, then 8 blocks in the last tier, and that will funnel these guys all the way to the end. You know what? That's not packed ice there, and it probably should be. There we go. All right. So starting from here, go up 3 blocks, start placing down portals. Now, I didn't really talk about what the heck I was doing here. When a portal is first turned on, there's a very, very small chance that a Ziglin will spawn in next to the portal. I want to make a couple of Nether portals up here and make them as big as they can possibly be, and then tick them on and off rapidly so that it spawns in a lot of Ziglins. In Java Edition, I think that kind of works, except the Ziglins, when they spawn in, will spawn in on the portal, and in Bedrock Edition they spawn in the space adjacent to the portal. So that means if I make this big portal suspended in the air, they'll spawn in suspended in midair and drop down into this pit and get washed out into that channel to the kill chamber, the Trident Killer. So as big as I can possibly make this portal is 23 blocks on a side. I do believe I counted that correctly. I want the portals separated from each other by 3 blocks. Spawn-proof the top of these with slabs. Okay, now if I built these things correctly, they will turn on. Perfect. And you see, I got a pick one that just spawned in like that when I turned on that thing. I think I probably should deactivate these right now for the moment. Okay, so they are spawning on this side. That's west. That's west. That's south. They're spawning in on the south side. I have to remember that. So all of the redstone I'm going to use to tick these portals on and off, I want to put it on the opposite side from where they're spawning. So on the left side of the portals from this direction. But there, there, there. I think that does it. Okay, now, the water dispenses, yes, it doesn't flow down any further because of buttons. Perfect. That's what I need. Okay. So the top dispensers need to be full of flint and steel. Sticky piston here facing downward. Redstone block there. Piston facing that way. Put a redstone torch on that piston. Repeater there. Redstone there, there, there. That's it. Took me a hot minute to remember how to do this. That's my repeater circuit. And depending on what delay I put this on, it's going to control the speed that it ticks at. Put a lever on that so I can turn that off. It'll activate, deactivate that. That's good. Okay. Alright, I think everything's set. I'm ready to test this thing. Now, let's go down to the Trident Killer and activate that. The redstone to this is complicated, and I had to look up how I did it several times to remember what was where. If I was really smart about it, I'd fix this redstone so that I could activate everything with one switch, but I'm not really smart about it. I have a way that it works, and I don't want to mess with it any further. So this activates the Trident Killer. I head up here and activate this. Oh, and I can probably speed that up a bit. And you can see the portals activating and deactivating rapidly, and lots of Ziglins spawning in. Look at them go. Now, in theory, I can make more than 2 portals. I could have 4 portals. I could have even more. But this is going to lag out your system. And also, the single Trident Killer I have is going to have trouble keeping up with this. So much trouble, in fact, that I might want to slow that down a little bit. Slow down the ticking. Reduce the amount of lag I'm dealing with. And, oh, I should equip the looting sword, too, while I'm at it. Let's head down here. And the experience... Oh, there, I made a slab for the experience to come out. Right there. If I hang out here, the experience should come to me. And the items that are coming out should be getting sorted into... Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. I forgot to put fuel in the blast furnace. Yeah, fortunately it didn't get too full yet. That's what all these blaze rods were for. There we go. Let me check the overflow chest real quick. Yeah, there is some stuff coming through there, unfortunately. That may end up happening, but... That's getting gold nuggets. This should be getting the rotten flesh. This is getting the gold nuggets. This is getting the gold ingots. Now, there were some in there to begin with, so... I kind of feel like that Trident Killer is not keeping up. Maybe I should slow down the ticking even further. I'm going to hang out here for about 10 minutes and see what I get, but I'm starting to see an issue already. The hopper can't keep up. There's just too much stuff coming out. The hopper is not keeping up with the drops. Okay, I think I've proved proof of concept here. I ran this for about 6 minutes, and the Trident Killer broke. I'm not sure exactly what the issue was, but the minecarts were out of position, and I just essentially had to reset the whole thing and start again, and I've run it for another 5 or so minutes. I found that with that repeater up on the portal ticking set to 2 ticks, it's too fast, and the Trident Killer just can't keep up with it. If I set it to 3 ticks, it can just about keep up with the pace of Ziglin spawning in. Yeah, I got a dolphin in one of the minecarts, and it's kind of... I think the fish are the problem. The dolphins and the cod, I think they're screwing this up. I gotta figure out a way to fix that. Well, other than the issue of dolphins and other fish potentially breaking the Trident Killer, in about 10 minutes, a little more than 10 minutes, let's see what I got. Some rotten flesh. Many gold nuggets. A healthy amount of gold ingots. Even more gold nuggets from the swords that I've smelted down. I have sufficient fuel to keep this running for a while. Okay, this is some time later after I've been spending some time AFK at this general mob farm. There's a number of issues here I've run into because I decided to put all these farms in one place, and in some ways they're interfering with each other. So as I was AFK here, I noticed mobs spawning in that Trident Killer down there. They were spawning on top of the portals over there. So what I ended up having to do is actually put some sea lanterns right on the side of these portals, because while they're unlit, they're spawning platforms, and I was getting mobs down that Trident Killer, and that's kind of nerfing this farm over here. I also, at night, in the iron farm, I will get sometimes drowned spawning in there. Again, stuff taking up the mob cap that's not going to show up in this farm, which means it's not as effective as at night when there's other spawnable areas. Let's see, what else? I think I mentioned before, this Trident Killer can keep up when this is set at 3 ticks. When it's set at 2 ticks, it can't quite keep up. I had issues with dolphins and other fish showing up and causing all kinds of problems with the Trident Killer and breaking it. So I put a roof over the top of this thing. That should prevent dolphins, at least, from showing up, and I think probably other fish as well. And it should be too well lit to get any glow squid or axolotls. So I should be getting nothing but Ziglins in that Trident Killer now. That should fix that issue. So as a general rule, probably a bad idea to have built this Ziglin farm above an ocean. It really helped to have the general mob farm above an ocean, and I just put the other farms near it. Ideally, it should have been somewhere other than above an ocean or a river. Anyway, I'm finding this sorting system to be inconsistent, and that may just be a factor of Bedrock Edition for the reason why. But I think I fixed this single item sorter and this dispenser or dropper so that I'm not getting as much stuff from the general mob farm. I'm not going to use as much unstackable stuff, but still some stuff is getting through, and I don't know what I can do about it. Again, I think maybe I'm wrong, but I think that item sorters in Bedrock Edition may just not be consistent. It might be a little glitchy. If you made it this far in this video, you probably like what you saw, so click on the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to my channel. But overall, these 3 farms are serving me quite well. They're giving me all the iron and all the gold and all the gunpowder I know what to do with, as well as a bunch of other useful things, which is great. And as far as Java Edition, next time I will build a gold farm in Java Edition that will look absolutely nothing like this, and I won't have to worry about dolphins or cod in the Java Edition gold farm, that's for sure. And I'll build that next time on Amanchu's Minecraft, Java versus Bedrock.